I didn't know I was going to be doing this all by myself, but no problem. All right, cool. Well, glad to be here. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. All right, so Hannah sent me a bunch of emails, or not a bunch of emails, but a bunch of questions. She sent me one that everybody has. So hang on one second. Let me open it up. All right, so on here I have 24 questions. So some questions I'll answer really fast. Some questions I will talk for a long time. So I'll try not to make this webinar too long, but get everybody caught up to speed on everything. I've only read a few of the questions, so I'm just gonna start from the top and work my way down through everything. All right, first one. In a YouTube, I guess, video, Joe mentioned Genesis mining belongs to Bitclub. That is not true, and I'm sure that Joe did not say Genesis belongs to Bitclub. What Joe might have meant, and I don't know the video, I have not seen the video, so I don't know what his exact words are, but I know he did not say Genesis belongs to Bitclub Network. If you look at all of the money that we have spent with Genesis, and I look at Genesis more as, and I hate even talking about Genesis because they're a separate entity from us. And we're not partners at all. They own 0% of Bitclub. We own 0% of Genesis, but the bigger volume orders you can do with manufacturers, the better prices you can get, especially with GPUs and getting these GPU chips made. So we have done a lot of business together with Genesis where we'd be like, hey, we need to put in a big, say we need to put in a big order also. So we'd put our orders in together so we get even better deals together. And then we also have a lot of our equipment as far as GPUs in a couple of their facilities. So we work together with them, but I wouldn't look at it as we're just their customer, because it's not like that. And we're also not partners. It's just a symbiotic relationship where we get along and we're able to save money. Both of us are able to save money by doing some business together because it just makes us even more powerful and strong. So that is not true at all. As you know, Genesis belongs to us. That's not true. But if you look at the amount of GPU hashing power that they host, most of it would be ours. That's true. So and it was, does this benefit Bitclub in any way and how? So I hope that explained everything. But yeah, we do business with them. I know other network marketing companies have come out and said, you know, that they're partners with Genesis, which is just a lie. It's not true at all. Some of these other companies, they want to use Genesis name to make sales because they have no name themselves. Well, we're kind of the opposite. We don't want to attach our name to anybody. We will live on our own name. We're happy with the reputation we've built on our own. We don't need to ride on anybody's coattails. All right, next. The debit card, around when can miners expect to have it? Well, from what I heard, it was supposed to start being sold last week. And it was supposed to start with Mega Monsters and Monster Builders, and then on down from there. It did not happen yet. I don't know exactly why. I know there was a couple things they were, you know, finishing up, but that's basically a done deal. That's not going to be very far away at all. That platform is going to be amazing, and I think everybody's going to fall in love with it very, very, very quickly. So very soon. I just don't know exactly when. There was a mine where they stole 600 mine computers. What is the chance it can happen to Bitclub? So I had so many people send me that article about how 600 mining machines were stolen from a facility in Iceland. And if you read the article, it basically said on there was $2 million worth of equipment. And if you read the article, you should have been able to figure out that it was not Bitclub's at all. So right now, Bitclub, we own in the neighborhood of $500 million worth of mining equipment. So $2 million worth of mining equipment is basically nothing. It's nothing. So if 600 mining computers got stolen from us, I mean, I guess no big deal, but we don't want it to happen. I know some of you have been to our facility in Iceland. That's one of many facilities. And the people who've been there can tell the ones who haven't been there how secure that facility is. Nobody's stealing any equipment out of those facilities. That's a very rare thing to happen. And the 600 mining machines that were stolen were found very quickly. And the people that stole them worked there at that facility and are in jail now. So I'm not really worried about that kind of stuff, to be honest with you. I'm worried 0% about that. How many mining facilities Bitclub have? Bitclub owns no mining facilities at this moment. We do business with 3 major companies that all of these companies are running. They don't necessarily own all the facilities, but they're running equipment and have it managed from multiple facilities. So as far as our power, how many facilities is our power being run out of? More than 10, probably less than 20. But there's some companies like Bitfury, they have facilities in Canada, Georgia, Russia, Iceland, and other places like that. So we have hundreds of, well, a couple hundred petahash running with them. We're supposed to have another 480 turned on. It's not turned on yet. So the power that we have running with them right now that's turned on, which is a couple hundred, more than a couple hundred, we don't really care where it comes from. So it could be coming from 5 different facilities, or it could be coming from 1 facility. That doesn't really matter to us as long as we're getting the power. Same with Bitmain warranty. We don't really care where the power is coming from as long as we're getting it. We're getting a comp right now from Bitmain warranty. We're not getting it daily, but it's accumulating daily for the power that's supposed to be turned on, that's not turned on. And again, we don't care what facility that power comes from as long as we're getting the power. So it could be coming from 1 facility, could be coming from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different facilities, because they have a lot of different facilities. So yeah, we don't own any actually, but see here. So I hope that makes sense. When will Bitclub hardware wallets be available again? Well, so we did a deal with Ledger and we had Bitclub wallets. We've paid for so many of those, but then when Bitcoin Cash happened, Ledger did updates, like firmware updates on all wallets, and they did not do the firmware update on ours. And so we sent them many emails with no response. We instructed our lawyer, write a letter to them that we're to sue them. And then we sent a really nasty letter to them that was really nasty, going, this is your last warning. This is the steps we're now going to start taking. And then they responded, they were like, we're so sorry, we're so sorry, we're so sorry. We promised we will get like everything taken care of. So when we deal with third parties, which is basically everything that we do, we deal with third parties. It seems like just nobody can be depended on and do what they say they're going to do. So we're waiting for that firmware. When the firmware is updated and everything is smooth, we might start selling those again. But the firmware has not even been updated yet for ours, which should have been updated months and months and months ago, like 8 months ago, it should have been updated. So we're just really frustrated with Ledger, and hopefully they will get everything worked out here very quickly, and then we'll probably be selling them again. Where can we buy club coins? So we're up on Bittrex, and then Bittrex said they were taking us down. Bittrex asked us to do a bunch of paperwork on ClubCoin, like all the registered entities, is ClubCoin a security? And we had like some lawyers like go through everything and do like 9 pages on why ClubCoin's not a security and all this different stuff. That was all turned in, but then they still said they were taking it down, and we got no response from them. I just heard that it was taken down, but then it's back up again on Bittrex. I have not looked and seen that myself, but we're working on getting on multiple exchanges. Lots of governments are like really starting to crack down on cryptocurrencies as far as exchanges go, because of ICOs being securities and people making a ton of money on trading, and all governments want their taxes. I mean, that's why cryptocurrencies are going to take over the world, because governments are just so greedy. So we're working on getting on multiple exchanges, but like, I don't know the exact answer because I don't know if we're back up on Bittrex, but I heard we were back up on Bittrex. So I'll have to go check on that. But we will be on multiple exchanges. What will the petahash be at the end of March? I don't know. Right now we're showing a little over 400 petahash. We should be showing over 1,200, close to 1,300 petahash is what we should be showing. So what is going to show? I have no idea, because I keep getting told different stories. I can tell you this much: we've paid for over 2,000 petahash. That's what's paid for, and over either 1,200 or 1,300 of the 2,000 should be turned on and running right now, but obviously is not. So I'm waiting just like you guys are waiting. When will the dates of the mining show? I don't know what that means. When will the dates of the mining show? I don't understand that question. Will all the repurchases be available end of March, plus all backdated repurchases be available? Okay, so every invoice pays out in the level up. When we switched over to Bitcoin Cash, which we really didn't want to switch over, but we had to because the fees were so out of control, we thought the systems would be like no problem, but for some reason, the systems are not recognizing Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash together. It's like they're opposites of magnets not working properly, and it's creating so many bugs. So yeah, so from the last time I looked, there had been no repurchases since February 9th. So when all of the repurchases happen, everybody's going to get paid all the commissions on all the repurchases from the downline. So no one's going to lose any commissions. It's just those invoices, from my understanding, have not been created because there haven't been any repurchases. Once the repurchases happen, then everybody will get paid. So I hope that makes sense. And I'm not a programmer, so that was supposed to already be fixed. As soon as it's fixed, it will be turned on. It could be today, could be tomorrow, could be 2 weeks. I don't know. I just know that there's a bunch of different bugs that they've been working on, and everything that they fix, they have to test. And a lot of times when you fix something, it messes something else up. And so they don't end up putting it on the live database because it ends up creating more problems. So they'd rather just stick with the problems they have than creating new ones. So a lot of times things just take longer than what we expect they're going to take. I've learned that from programmers. So I'm just trying to stop listening to dates that I hear from programmers, because there's always some kind of excuse on why they didn't hit the dates. And I'm not a programmer, so I can't do it myself. What's the possibility that in the future a 500, 2,000, and 3,000 GPU pool can be created to make GPU pool more flexible? Probably never. That's probably just going to be the way it is forever. We have a 500 for the Bitcoin mining. I doubt we're going to change the GPU at all. Like, everybody's always looking for like, oh, just tweak this, tweak this. Like, we already have so many things we're working on. Doing more programming for something like that, it's just, there's so many other things to do. And it's not like we need to do it to create more sales. We're already doing so much in sales. Like, we don't need to do anything to spark more sales. Like, it's just unnecessary. Will Club Coin on bitclubpool.com at Bitclub services and activate in future? Okay, so bitclubpool.com is where you can see the actual hash rate that's running on our pool for mining Bitcoin. That has zero to do with Clubcoin, has nothing to do with Clubcoin at all. Clubcoin is a proof of stake coin. It is not a proof of work coin. Proof of work has hash power that's running, that's doing calculations and hashing to try and hit a block. Proof of stake works completely different. So Clubcoin has nothing to do with bitclubpool.com. Will members with old GPU contracts also have the opportunity to repurchase? Yes, they already do right now. We just did not set it, and it should be up right now. But yes, absolutely, old GPU contracts will have the opportunity to repurchase, but they should have been set to zero, where new ones were going to be set to, I think it was 30%. Might have been 50, but I'm pretty sure it was 30%. But people could set it to zero or set it to 100 or anywhere in between. But yes, the old members, and maybe that's just not done yet, but yes, the old GPU contracts will be able to do repurchases. Recently, some leaders led some downlines to join some scam. Are there plans to put in place some disclaimer or rules of engagement as a member of Bitclub Network so that members are clear on consequences of going against such rules, particularly where the name of Bitclub Network can be put into disrepute? So scams have been here for a long time, and they're going to continue to be around for a long, long, long time. Me personally, my view on kicking people out of network marketing companies is I think it should be like the last resort. I've always said that with Bitclub Network, the only rule that Bitclub has is no lying. So if someone is telling people in Bitclub Network lies, that's basically breaking the only rule that Bitclub has. If people are using their status as a higher person, a master builder, a monster builder, or mega monster, and going, I understand this, you should be coming over here, this is better, Bitclub is bad, blah, 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 blah. Number one, if people listen to that, I feel bad for them. The one thing that we've done since the beginning is we don't tell stories, we only talk about facts. We show our mining. You can see a wallet on the mining where you can see that Bitclub holds over 17,000 Bitcoin. Our members trust us so much. We have members of Bitclub Network that have over 600 Bitcoin sitting in their back office, like individuals, multiple people have more than 600 Bitcoin sitting in their back office. We have, I don't even know how many people that have 20, 50, 100, 200 Bitcoin sitting in their back office. I've never seen a network marketing company have people with 30 or 50 or 100,000 sitting in their back office and not taking it out. I've never seen that in over 20 years in network marketing. And yet here we have people leaving millions of dollars in their back offices. If someone joined Bitclub Network 3.5, almost 4 years ago and sponsored 0 people, if they signed up for $599, they've been able to withdraw in their pocket almost $10,000. People that came in as a founder in the very beginning, some of those people have been able to put in $3,599. Some of those people have put in like over 100,000 in their pocket, never sponsoring one person. I've been doing network marketing for over 20 years, and I've made good money in network marketing. I've made 20,000 a month, 50,000 a month, 100,000 a month in network marketing in the past. I've had downlines of 600,000 people in other companies in the past. I've always dreamed of making $1 million in a year, but I've had friends of mine make $1 million in a month in network marketing. And now with Bitclub, we have helped countless thousands of people get out of debt, help their families, quit their jobs. I have people come up to me at events. I have no clue who they are. And they're like, Russ, myself and 6 of my friends have been able to retire from working because of Bitclub. Thank you so much. So when I hear somebody talk negative about Bitclub to try and trick somebody to go into another opportunity, please forgive my language, but you guys can just get the fuck out. We don't need you. We have so many amazing people. And if everybody quit right now, number one, myself and hundreds of people have already made multi-millions of dollars. We don't ever need to work again. But if everybody did quit and all my friends just decided to be retired now because they've become multi-millionaires, then I'll just start over by myself. And I've done it many times, and I'll be just fine. No problem whatsoever. So when I start hearing about people talk about scams and, oh, if you join Bitclub, you're only going to get this much little bit every day. I've been hearing that for 3.5, almost 4 years. People talking about how little the daily payouts are. Russ, this pays better over here. This pays better over there. Yes, until it pays nothing. And I've seen these things crash over and over again. And I can't even tell you how many people I've had come to me literally crying, grown men crying, going, Russ, I can't believe I didn't listen to you. Oh my God, I would be a millionaire right now. I'd be a multi-millionaire. I can't pay my bills. Please, can I borrow some money? You know what I do with those people? I block them off of Skype. I block them off of WhatsApp. I don't need those people. So if people are talking about scams and other deals and forget about what your neighbors are doing. Put your blinders on, tunnel vision, unbelievable work ethic, and go to work and go get whatever you want. Here's the one thing that's certain for sure. In the next 3 years, the opportunity to make millions of dollars in cryptocurrency will be over. You got 3 to 4 years. I don't know where the price is going to be in 3 years, but it might already be to 200,000 or more. For sure, 4 years. So if you're not already a multi-millionaire because of cryptocurrency or Bitclub Network in the next 3 to 4 years, done. You're only going to be a user. So I hope you take this serious. Now, there's people on this call tonight that have taken this serious for the past year and a half, 2 years, and have already changed their lives. And I've already changed lives of many people. And if you're looking for the easier, softer, shortcut way, there isn't one. There never has been one. myself and all my friends that are multi-millionaires now, for the first year and a half to 2 years, we didn't worry about making a penny. All we worried about was, who are we meeting with tomorrow? That's all we cared about. Setting up the flights, setting up the hotel rooms, doing the presentations, doing the webinars, go, 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 go. Hey, Russ, did you hear about this deal? Russ, you hear about that deal? Russ, you hear about that? I don't care. We're buying more mining equipment. We're getting more people in. We're exposing more people to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. If you're not about that, just go away. And now, Russ, why didn't you tell me? I called you 9 times. You didn't pay attention. Go find somebody that's in Bitclub. Maybe they'll help you. Sorry, block. It's just that simple. So sorry I went on for so long on that. I apologize. Oh, and by the way, if some leaders are taking people to scams, by the way, they're not leaders. They're just good talkers. I've known a lot of seminar speakers that on stage, these guys are amazing, and they tell all, like they say all the greatest things about people changing their lives and being motivated. And then behind the curtain, when you don't see them, where I've got to know some of these guys, they're alcoholic, piece of crap, talk down to everybody, think they're the God's gift to the world, and they're very bad individuals. I try to live my life the way a lot of these guys talk on stage. Just because somebody's a good talker doesn't mean they're a leader. I try to be a leader. So it always kills me when somebody goes, hey, Russ, I just met with 10 leaders. How are they leaders? Why are you calling them leaders? A leader is a very special person in my eyes. Almost 20 years ago, I remember listening to a conference call and a guy was doing a training, and he goes, the definition of a leader in network marketing is somebody who doesn't need any help. They don't need the company's help. They don't need their upline's help. They'll do it all themselves. And from that moment forward, I decided I was going to be a leader. That's why I've always done my own conference calls. I've never had uplines do conference calls or webinars for me. I've done them all. For almost 10 years in network marketing, I did a webinar or a conference call literally 7 days a week. There were some times I would take Sunday off, but for almost 10 years, I went almost 7 days a week doing conference calls and webinars myself. No upline necessary, no corporate people necessary, me. So the guys that you see making 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, 500,000 a month in network marketing, those are the guys doing the webinars, doing the conference calls, doing the meetings, traveling the world, staying up late, working on the phone. And when you go, well, yeah, if I was making 50,000 or 100,000 a month, I would do it too. They did that first. You don't make the money, then do the work. You do the work, then you make the money. Most of the top people in Bitclub Network, guys that make 100,000, 500,000, $1 million a month, and there's multiple people making $1 million a month in Bitclub. Those people are overpaid cheerleaders. They work almost none now. They just get these giant checks because of the duplication that's happened. And I shouldn't say that, because actually most of the people in Bitclub that make a lot of money are still working really, really, really hard. Okay, sorry, I spent so much time on this question. Let me move on to the next question. Still got about 10 more questions. You are on record that we will be the #1 mining pool by the end of this year. Going by the current performance 3 months down the year, are you still standing by that statement? I never went on record and said we will be. People ask me, what do I think will happen? And I think by our rate of growth, we will be the #1 mining pool if people will sell us the equipment. So as far as the amount of equipment that we want to buy, like I said, right now we're showing 400 something petahash. We've paid for over 2,000 petahash. If we were showing 4 times bigger on the chart right now, and we're ready to buy more, but people are like, oh, you got to wait another month to put your order in. oh, you got to wait for this. Oh, yeah. So by the end of this year, what will we show? I don't know what we're going to show, but I tell you what, we're going to be crazy, crazy powerhouse. Last year, January, we did 12 million in sales. November and December, we did over 200 million, over 200 million. So this year, I'm scared to think where we're going to be by the end of the year. We can't handle $1 billion a month. Like, that's too much to come in. So we don't need to do $1 billion a month to become the biggest. And if I tried that hard, we would be doing $1 billion a month. It wouldn't be very difficult, to be honest with you. Like, we're trying to suppress the growth a little bit because we're literally, our growth rate is too fast. It's off the chart. Go look up companies, just companies in the world that in 1 year go from 12 million a month in sales to 200 million a month in sales. Please let me know how many of those companies you can find on the planet. And like, everybody's upset about like all the bugs we've been having. There's nothing really major that's happened. It's all just little mosquito bite stuff. But when you get 10 mosquito bites in one spot, it's a real pain. And that's kind of what we're going through. It's actually kind of good. And the price of Bitcoin being way down is also good, because when the price of Bitcoin skyrockets, our sales follow it. When the price goes down, our sales go down also. So these are kind of good things to kind of slow stuff down, because 200 million a month is just crazy out of control. So I still think we got potential to be giant. If we can just get our hands on enough equipment, we can do all the sales necessary to be the biggest, no problem. But I never said we will be the #1 mining. Those words never came out of my mouth. I don't think. Maybe somebody got me excited. I said it one time, but I don't think so. Let's see here. We need clarification on whether a member can request for their mining machine, as we were previously told. If there's been a change in this, what can one advise an investor who wants out? Absolutely, you can request mining machine, no problem. So far, we've had one person that's requested the equipment. We sent it to them. We even helped them get it hooked up. A week later, they were like, this is so noisy and so hot, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm just going to re-sign up as a member again. So we're like, all right, whatever. Like, so yeah, you can do it, no problem. Let's see here. What do you mean by there is a 3-year window to make or mine Bitcoin? That's so weird that I just said that and now you asked this question, but I already had this on here. What I mean is if you look at the price of Bitcoin 3 years ago, it was at like $200. Right now it's at like 8,000. It's already been at like 20,000. And now it's back down to 8, which is great for everybody because you get more Bitcoin and more Bitcoin Cash now than when the price would be higher. So in the next 3 years, the price of Bitcoin could be 100,000 or 200,000 or even higher. Last year, 2017, at the beginning of the year, the price of Bitcoin was about 1,000. And I thought at the end of 2017, the price would be about 3,000. I was way off. The price ended up going to almost 20,000, plus you had Bitcoin Cash split off, plus you had Bitcoin Gold split off. So those three combined, it went up to almost 20,000, where I guessed 3,000. So if you look at that, that's a 20x, like a 20 multiple for the year of 2017. Right now, and also if you look at like where Bitcoin was 1 year ago, March of last year, it was less than $1,000 right now. So if you just went from 1,000 to 8,000 and said that same multiple, so times 8, 8 times 8 is $64,000 this time next year. And if you did times 8 again, it gets crazy. And then if you did times 8 again, so 3 years from now, you're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars, even maybe even $1 million for one Bitcoin. So at that point, there's no more opportunity because someone that's new, that's getting involved, is getting such little minuscule pieces of Bitcoin. It's just the opportunity's over. Now, mining will still be profitable. And by the way, I could be completely wrong. When Bitclub started, the price was a little over $500 for Bitcoin, went down below 200 and stayed in the low 200s for almost a year and a half. That was awesome for all of us because we accumulated so much Bitcoin. It's possible that this time next year, Bitcoin could only be $5,000 for one Bitcoin. I don't know. I mean, for all of you on here that are still trying to make a ton of Bitcoin, it'd be great if it was only 5,000 a year from now, but it could be 60,000 a year from now. We just don't know. So if you just look at the progression, that's why I say 3 or 4 years from now, it's possible our opportunity is gone for new people to come in and make a ton of money. So people that heard about Bitclub 3.5 years ago, they're joining now and getting to work now. Yeah, they missed opportunity 3.5 years ago, but they see that they still have opportunity now for the next 3 or 4 years. And after that, there's no more opportunity for this. So that's what I mean by that. Where do you see Bitclub Network in the next 3 years? Again, like, I never could have guessed that Bitclub Network would do $200 million in a month in sales. Last year, we did almost $1 billion in sales for the year, where in January, we were at 12 million for the month, and we ended up almost $1 billion. Right now, we have 3,000 to 5,000 new members joining every day. And with exponential growth, that's going to be just crazy numbers by the end of the year. And when you start doing that over the next 2 years and 3 years, like, I don't know, like, and it scares me to really start thinking about, because I mean, what are we going to do? Own skyscrapers and like, like, this could be insane. So basically what we've done since the beginning of Bitclub Network, everybody that's involved, is we just try to do the next right thing. And there is no one person that's in control of Bitclub Network. We really are a club, and all of the top people, all of the mega monsters, and even some monster builders that have been in, from the beginning, all decisions really go through a group of people. There is no one person. Like, that's not what we are. We're an entity of people that are all like one. Like, nobody's a decision maker. This is all group decisions that are done with Bitclub Network. So all we're going to do is the next right thing and the next right thing and the next right thing. And wherever that takes us, takes us. So where we're going to be in 3 years, who knows? But maybe one of the biggest powerhouse companies on the planet. I mean, that's a possibility. So I don't want to go on record, but like, we could do something really special here. Next, if you are saying that by the end of 2018, we will be the biggest mining company in the world, how will we catch up with the likes of BTC.com, hashing power, via BTC, Ampool? Okay, so you're looking at percentages of blocks that they hit for a day. And if you look at Bitfury was hitting like 15 and 20% of blocks year and a half ago, and now they hit very small percentages of blocks. Also, BTC and via BTC and Ampool, they don't own a lot of their mining equipment. Those are thousands and thousands of people that own equipment that use their pool. In fact, when Bitclub first started, before we had our own pool, before we had bitclubnetworkpool.com, we used to use Ampool. We mined through Ampool, And then when they would hit blocks, and we wanted them to hit lots of blocks because every time Ant Pool hit a block, we got paid. And we had a lot of power going through Ant Pool. At one point, we were like 10 or 15% of Ant Pool's power, but that was a few years ago. So like, as far as like equipment owned, we're one of the biggest, because again, those are pools, those are not owned by an individual. So, I mean, if we wanted to go out and solicit people to put their power through our pool could be bigger than some of those. We could, I mean, I guess we could market and try to get people to put their power through us, and then we'd show the biggest, but you would make 0% more money because you're not going to get paid on somebody else's power. You're only going to get paid on our power. That's what's always weird to me, is when everybody's always worried about everybody else. And again, like, we keep buying more power, but lots of people are buying more power, and Bitmain doesn't want to sell us everything, because we would buy every single machine that they could produce if they would let us, but they won't let us because we'll be too big. So they split it around. Don't worry, there's a lot of new stuff coming as far as mining equipment. Just can't really talk about it, but we're going to be golden. Why are the GPU mining returns so low in comparison to BTC mining returns? Well, if you look at, and I think, see, I don't know, I guess I get kind of frustrated. I apologize for getting frustrated. A lot of this seems like very simple math to me, like 6th grade or 7th grade math. If you look at the price of Bitcoin, where it's gone down like 70%, or even more than, about 70% or so, most of the other cryptocurrencies have gone down like 80 or 90%. So if GPU and Bitcoin were kind of similar before, and the price of Bitcoin's gone down, but all the other things have gone down even more, of course you'd be making less. And it's a lot easier to buy GPU mining equipment. So you have a lot more people buying GPU equipment, hooking into the network. So the hash rate's going up a lot faster than Bitcoin mining equipment hash rate's going up. So, I mean, that's the other reason. But again, when all of a sudden there's big runs up, the altcoins, which are GPU mineable, normally go up faster than Bitcoin. So when everything's going down, altcoins go down faster than Bitcoin. When everything's going up, altcoins go up faster than Bitcoin goes up. So live by the sword, die by the sword. But again, I think everybody sees this. I didn't think I was the only person that saw that. So that's why GPU mining returns are definitely lower right now compared to Bitcoin. When will the CoinPay app be rolled out in South Africa? As soon as it's rolled out in the rest of the world. I don't know what that is, because programmers lie. And by the way, there's 2 companies that are doing millions a month in sales with the CoinPay application. Just all of the marketing materials, sales tools, all the things that you need to go out and teach a business about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and how to hook up the app, how to use the app, how to change Bitcoin into fiat currency, and have that in multiple languages. That's what's not done right now. That's being worked on. So, yeah, when it's ready, it'll get rolled out. It's not like it's, and if it were up to me, it'd be right now. But again, I'm not a programmer. With all of the mining equipment challenges we're experiencing right now, do you foresee the Bitcoin mining lasting until the next halving in 2020? Absolutely. Bitcoin mining is going nowhere. Will BCN mining shares ever get sold out? That is possible. And we've talked about that since we started. At the moment, we're still able to. So that's why I just said, like, if we did $1 billion a month in sales, like, we couldn't buy that much equipment. Like, we would have to cut it off. And we would have to stop taking sales. And every month we'd be like, okay, we can get this much and that's it. But we haven't had to do that yet. But we've talked about doing that a couple of times, but then things worked out to where we did not have to do it. So yes, that could happen and probably will happen. But that's why we're working on other things to where we won't have to stop taking new people. We'll just have to stop taking mining shares. Like it would be limited every month to what we could buy. So hope that makes sense. Last question. If a person joins Bitclub Network 6 months from now, will they still make profit? I do not know. When people were joining Bitclub Network in the very beginning, and people go, are you sure that we're going to make money? My answer was very clear. I do not know. All I do know is I personally put $25,000 in the stock market 10 or 12 years ago, started doing day trading. 4 months later, I had 15 cents. So from $25,000 to 15 cents, I lost all my money, all of it. So let's say I would have been a lucky genius. Over a 3-year period of time, what would I have been happy to get from my 25,000? If I could have doubled my money in 3 years, I would have been beyond happy. So with the stock market, what's the worst that could happen? I could lose all my money. I did. What's probably the best that could happen? I could double my money in 3 years. So what I saw was the potential of cryptocurrency tanking to nothing and losing all of my money, which has happened to me before in the stock market. Or if Bitcoin went from 0 to 10 cents and 10 cents to $1 and $1 to $100 and $100 to $1,000, but then it came back to 200, I saw the potential that it could go to 10,000 and 100,000 and a million. So worst case, I could lose my money. The best case, I could make 10, 20, 50, 100 times my money. So like I said in the beginning, people that put in $600 in the beginning, a lot of those people have put like $10,000 in their pocket. So they made like 20 times their money in less than 4 years. Could never do that in the stock market. Never, ever, never, ever, ever. So worst case, they could have lost it all. They took the risk. Best case, they've done awesome, which that's happened. And if they don't sell their Bitcoin, it could go and be worth them more. Now, somebody that joins today or 6 months from now, I don't know what's going to happen. But again, what's the worst that could happen? You could lose all your money. So don't go selling your house or mortgaging your house or selling your car and putting it all in the Bitclub network. Do not do that. Don't ever even think of doing that. Put what you consider a little small investment, and worst case scenario, Bitcoin and mining might tank and you lose your money. That's possible. But what's the best that could happen? I don't know of any other thing you could put any amount of money into that has the potential that this has. It has gigantic potential. Our biggest problem now is stopping the super rich people from dumping too much money into this. We have billionaires. We have multiple billionaires involved in Bitclub Network that invest in Bitclub Network. They're already billionaires. I don't know why they need to invest any money. They can't spend the money they have, but they just love cryptocurrency and Bitclub Network and what we're doing. So they see something and they're a lot smarter than I am, and they're putting money into Bitclub Network. So will somebody make a profit? I don't know. But again, what's the worst and what's the best that can happen? So tell people if they're worried, either put a little bit or don't join. I mean, if you're scared, I understand. And it's okay not to join. It really is. Like, it will not hurt my feelings. All right. Let's see. I think I got another question over here. Will it be possible to have a special package for founder pool with $1,000 or the $1,000? You asking $1,000? package for founder pool with a $1,000 pool as a GPU pool. We already have a $1,000 GPU pool. The mining facility that members can visit, to whom does that belong? That is that's probably like the #2 data center in the world. Most of the Fortune 100 companies have, not most, but a lot of Fortune 100 companies have their equipment there. Probably less than 10% of all the equipment at that facility has to do with Bitcoin mining. 90% has nothing to do with Bitcoin mining. That is a big time data center. It's at a facility that used to be a NATO air base. Super secure. It's the highest rating you can get as far as data centers. CoinPay shares not allocated for new founder pools. They will be. It's just, again, one of the bugs. They will show up. When will it be sorted out? When the programmers do it. Replace the $1,000 pool 2 with a $1,000 GPU pool. Again, we're not going to start changing stuff around. Like, everybody has a great idea. Like, hey, change the color of the website. Hey, change this. Like, we got something that's working great. Just focus on what we got. All right, I think we handled all the questions. Primarily network marketing business. Oh, BCM primarily network marketing business, or I think it says mining operation. Where's this at? I can't see the rest of it. It's like cut off. Oh wait, let me see. Oh, hang on. There we go. Where's it at here? Oh, is BCM primarily a network marketing business or a mining operation? I look at Bitclub Network as mining operation first, second, and third, network marketing fourth. Again, if we had to stop taking new members, we would, but everybody would still keep getting paid every day. 2 different times we've had situations where we had to shut down our website. One time for 7 or 8 days, the other time for 9 or 10 days. The entire time, our mining was still mining Bitcoin. So when our website came back up, there was no recruiting during those times at all, but we were still mining Bitcoin, and then everybody got paid their mining earnings from those days that our website was down because we're still mining Bitcoin. So we don't need any kind of network marketing to sustain Bitclub Network. Right now, we're mining between the GPUs and Bitcoin, probably $40 million a month profit from mining that's getting distributed to our members. So if it just stay, and again, that's with most of our equipment not even hooked up. So if we had all of our equipment hooked up as of right now, so imagine we had all of our equipment hooked up and no more new people join, we would pay out close to $1 billion for 2018 in mining earnings, pay out $1 billion. That's unheard of in the world. So yeah, we don't need to do network marketing at all. We are a mining operation, and everybody will keep getting paid for years and years and years, even if we turn off the network marketing tomorrow. Mining earnings, why are they going down? Again, seems like a pretty basic thing, and I don't understand why people would not understand why mining earnings would not go down. Our equipment is not all hooked up, and we've had so many new people join. And all of those people, their 30 days, waiting days are up. So they all start getting paid. So every day there's new people that start getting paid. So of course that's gonna cut into our earnings. Now, if we all of a sudden had all of our equipment turned on like it's supposed to be, then we'd start mining 3 times more Bitcoin immediately. But again, every day there's new people that have to start getting paid from those profits. So it's going to start eating into it till the next batch gets hooked in. So I thought that was very obvious. Sorry. Will it be possible to enable conversion of other cryptos on GPU to Bitcoin? Yes, but again, when people say, oh, well, why do GPUs not pay as much as Bitcoin? Well, we're mining the most profitable ones with GPU right now. If there's some other that seem very solid, that are very profitable, we will add them. It just hasn't made sense to add any of those yet. Holiday plans this year for pros and up, like last year for motivation. Yeah, see, originally when we started planning that trip, it ended up being a year later. Right now, we have, I think it's like 1,500 master builders. I think it's like 6,000 pro builders. So yeah, you need to get to work. Hurry up and get to master builder and monster builder. How many members in Bitclub? Miners, I don't know how many people, because people have more than one spot, but miners, just under 1 million. All right. So looks like that's all the questions. All right, everybody. Well, this has been fun. Does Bitclub Network have an app on the Play Store? No, we do not. There are Bitclub apps, but those aren't from Bitclub Network or members that have done those. So be careful with those. When we did have one for a while, but then we took it down, I think. It might still be up, but it's turned off right now. But we will be having it back up soon. So, all right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I really love you all. You have no idea. I miss Africa. For those of you that I've met when I was there before, I miss you guys. For those that I have not met yet, I hope to meet you very soon. And hope I haven't been too direct and mean. I'm actually a very nice guy. You're very welcome. I don't know when I'm coming. Everybody keeps asking me, like literally every single day, people are asking me to come to their place. You guys got to understand, for over 3 years, I was completely homeless, just traveling, just never stopped, meetings every day. Now I'm trying to slow down and enjoy. So I'm trying to do more Skype meetings because there's so many groups all over the world. Everybody wants me to go everywhere. Like I can't do that. So I'm trying to be there and do calls like this with groups. So I will be doing lots of Skype calls and I'll be talking with you guys. But yeah, I love Africa. I'm definitely going to come for a safari this year. I hope. I don't know exactly when. So I might come do an event there. I just don't know when yet. So, all right, everybody. Thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm glad all your questions got answered. Awesome. Well, thank you guys. I know some of you guys came to Iceland. We're gonna do a couple more trips in Iceland this year. So hopefully some more of you guys can come to Iceland. So much fun going in the hot springs and touring the facility and having lunch, and it's just so nice. So, all right, everybody. You guys have a great night. I'll see you soon. Next Iceland trip's probably going to be the end of May sometime. I'm still waiting to get exact dates, but we'll let everybody know. And I'm not the one recording this. Talk to Hannah. I think she recorded this. All right, everybody. Good night.
All right, guys. Happy. Everyone okay?